It's the Midnight Texas after show here on AfterBuzz TV. That's right, we're here for season 2. We're talking about demon cancer, magic, sex, and more. Stick around.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hello and welcome. That's right, it's sexual healing time here on Midnight Texas. Woo, the lights are going crazy. Welcome to the Midnight Texas after show. This is season 2, episode 1, Head Games, which now sounds dirtier now that I think about it. I am your host, Yael Tygiel. I am joined by a lovely panel of ladies. Welcome, introduce yourselves, ladies.
What's up, everyone? I'm Steph Sabraw, and I'm definitely into the sex magic.
Hey guys, I'm Hayley J. So excited about this season.
Hey, I'm so excited. It's Cherry, and woohoo, Fiji's getting it on.
Yeah, Fiji. Before we jump in, I will remind everyone that we have a live chat going. Cherry is keeping an eye on that, so please join us live. Also, we're on YouTube. This is the sci-fi superhero fantasy. I got them. That's this channel. Subscribe while you're here, because we're here all season long. Let's, before we jump in, what did we think about this season premiere? How are we feeling?
I loved it. I feel like I binged season 1, and I was so excited to see the direction because I didn't know how they were going to proceed, if it was going to be like Once Upon a Time, like a different storyline with the same characters or introduction of new characters. So I really like that there's new characters coming in, and I think that it's going to be a really great season.
Interesting. I like your fear of it being Once Upon a Time.
No, I love Once Upon a Time. I wasn't fearful. I was intrigued.
For me, I know I'm into something when I start doing these things, and I caught myself when, Manfred was getting all crazy. I was like, what's going to get it? Is it going to get it? And I'm like, okay, I'm into it. So
Yeah.
it's a good one.
I love that they built on season 1, and the new characters are adding another layer. And I knew somebody was trouble. Didn't know how much, but I just can't get over Fiji and that love den that they're having.
Like
I'm
high school kids going at it.
Yes. So last season, Fiji was a virgin. Big problem in Midnight. The clear solution that I'm glad they eventually got to. It really killed me that it took them so long to go.
I know.
Guys, there's seriously, gentlemen, make an offer. Problem solved. What is happening here? But I'm glad that it was Bobo, and I'm glad that they're making up for lost time. They're getting their miles in.
Absolutely. 2 months of straight up work.
Yeah.
And it just can't be normal sex. It's got to be what they call magic sex.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want some magic sex, especially with
Babe,
Bobo?
sailing tonight or bed?
I definitely think that Bobo and Fiji in the air, beautiful. I could watch that all day. I'm gonna be real honest.
And what just came to me is with names like that, say they have a child, what would they possibly name that? Like Bobo, Fiji? What would the name
Something
be?
magical.
Something magical. Boboji. I love it. Thank you, Anthony. All right, so Bobo also bought the cartoon saloon. It kills me that that's the name of this bar.
Oh.
But not that surprising.
Why? Why is, because it used to be owned by white supremacists. So why the cartoon saloon? Anybody?
They're like,
no idea.
This rhymes, kind of.
Let's be honest, though, all the names of shops and things in this show are kind of humorous, like the Fallen Angel Tattoo Shop, or what was
true.
something like
Crystal
that.
Desert, the hotel.
Yeah, like very to the whatever the character has to offer. So I was laughing when I saw that too.
But they used to have cartoon images in the bar, which I'm sure were not properly licensed. But,
Were they racist cartoons?
they were not racist cartoons. Then what is the bar
point?
couldn't be called the KKK Hangout.
I
They
think
had
it
to
could.
have something. I mean, they could have called it the 88, but that would have been too on the nose.
There are a lot of things that they could have done that were a little closer to the nose than where they are now. But that's fine, because Bobo bought it. I really appreciated, one of the things I love about the show is that when I'm sitting there watching going, why is Bobo working in the bar? He owns the pawn shop. And they go, it's so great that you bought the bar, and now that you're working so hard. I went, thank you. They answer your question as you have it.
They know us. They know
They
us.
do. And that's really, this season, with this premiere, felt like they went, here's all the stuff we figured out that you liked in season 1. that's what we're gonna do in season
I
2.
think so too. I felt like they were really, whatever feedback they got, they took it and ran with it because I was already more excited. I felt like just based on this first episode of what was going to happen. I was intrigued.
And I love that's on Friday night, sort of taking over my grim love.
Yeah,
Thank you, NBC.
it really is the perfect, like, Grimm's gone, this is what we're doing now. It's perfect. So Fiji takes the relationship to the next step, gives Bobo the key.
Yes.
Cherry, talk to us.
I was like, is she giving him a ring? The key to her apartment house? Oh my God, that is next level. I expect a ring at the end of the season. I thought it was so cute and romantic. They're just perfect together.
I do like them.
Over his ex. He knows that Fiji's the one. I did notice the plants.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's foreshadowing.
Really
something.
interesting. I was kind of almost tearing up at the line when he's like, "You're my soulmate, Fiji," and said, "In your mind, Bobo Winthrop." And then the plants are dying, so I'm like, what's going on?
It's not their love. Their love is innocent and pure.
No way they would just let them have a normal, happy relationship. Nope.
I just think, call me old-fashioned. No one has ever called me old-fashioned. They've been doing it for 2 months. They started dating with their lovemaking. Like, that's how the relationship started. So the idea that they're now she has a key, it's moving real fast.
But he's not moving in with her. He just has a key because he's over there all the time. He's still at his place.
Right. Good point.
And
They've known
built
each other forever.
exactly. They've built a friendship, which I think is the most important foundation for a relationship.
I mean, I guess you all make great points. I'm single. What do I know?
Hey, me too.
But
Me
I've
too.
had counseling.
Awesome. Any final thoughts on Bobo and Fiji before we move to another lovely couple?
I'm just really curious what happens with their relationship because it seems like it's going to be an important plot point with the plants dying.
With the plants, there's a lot to say.
Billie Jean Girl 24 says Bobo and Fiji were on each other like rabbits. Yeah,
I'd
girl.
agree with that. I would agree. Rabbits who, levitate in the sky. Right?
I gotta learn that trick. Between this and the magicians, I gotta learn how to do this.
Oh, such a good call.
This is something we all gotta study.
We all need love spells.
Speaking of another loving couple, Lem and Olivia, I love their dysfunctional function.
I do too. They moved on pretty quick from him trying to kill her and all to love you, babe. So I like that they keep it spicy. And
I do like that they didn't just, like we were saying, that they kept the parts that were important for this season about how he kept saying that there's side effects with having vampire blood. So we are seeing those side effects, which I love. And I think that's going to be a really interesting dynamic for their relationship.
Yeah, I love this moment where she says, most girls would love this. And he goes, "You're not most girls." Because that's him going, you're not going to love this soon. Like, this is going to annoy you. We're going to get there real quick. Right?
But it's nice for now.
What do you guys think of the whole psychic connection? A part of me thinks that'd be cool. And then I think at a point, I'd be like, okay, get out of my head. You know what I mean? So I wonder what's going to happen with that.
Hopefully you can turn it off.
I thought having the
Is there an off button?
bathtub ready was way sweet. And then him finding her when she needed to be found when she would rescue.
Things
I was
like that
oh
are
my
very
God, it's
helpful.
so romantic.
I liked the moment where he's kissing her. And then she's like, "It's so great that you know what I want." And then he goes down. And then she goes, "Oh, I didn't realize I needed that."
She goes like cross-eyed too. Her face cracked me up. She looked like she just made the funniest face.
I mean, he has years of practice. He knows what he's doing.
Yes.
Yes.
Lots of practice.
That's true.
I definitely am a fan of their sex magic as well.
Yeah, NBC is up in the sexual, the shirtless
Yes.
scenes.
Thank you. There has been a lot of shirtless. We love it. Hands
Yeah,
down.
not complaining.
No.
I guess 9 p.m. is now NC-17. I don't know. I was like, dang.
It's not there yet, but they can push it a little more. I'm not going to complain if we get some more. So we also find out that the connection that they have is till death do they part. That should be a big red flag right there. That it might be, because
Well, I was surprised
gonna
that they didn't
outlive
kind
her.
of talk about that before. She's like, "Hey, how long does this last?" I'm like, I would want to know that answer immediately.
Well, he did it to save her.
Right.
Yes.
But I think when he said that, that should have been the moment. Oh, let's discuss this real quick.
Right. Like,
He
let me
should've-
let you know what all of these things mean now.
And does she feel his? Does it go both ways?
I don't think so.
I want everything to go both ways, people.
Yeah, well, that's why I've been a fan of. I thought last season when she was about to die that she would have to be turned. Even so, I thought they were going to go in that like kind of Twilight direction a little bit, but they didn't.
Children.
So it was kind of cool. But I feel like eventually she has to make that decision. I still want her to turn.
Right. I'm a little confused. Is she just in limbo right now? How did?
No, she just has. It's the side effects.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
still
still
human.
human. She
Right.
just through his blood healed, and now they have a psychic connection,
Okay.
and it makes physical connections better.
Yeah.
Which I agree.
I'm down for that.
If I don't have to explain, because you can understand what we're good to go. Good to
and
go.
he's not on her 24/7 because he sleeps.
Right.
So really, it's an ideal relationship. We
I was
only
gonna
have to
say,
really
so
go
it
for 12 hours a
sounds pretty perfect.
day. Yeah.
For now. Speaking of relationships that are perfect for now, let's talk about Mr. Joe and Chewie. Yes, you gasped.
Sweet, sweet angel.
I'm worried about his little alley friend Walker.
Walker.
the demon hunting cowboy.
You don't just name someone Walker unless they're going to be trouble.
He looks like trouble to me.
Yep.
And his contraption that he built just to grab the hearts.
I
Yes.
love that he was like, I built it. What else can you do with those hands?
Do you get between him and Chewie? I will slap you, buddy.
That's a centuries love. Him and Chewie. It's
I
sad.
get tired. They want something new.
Right. Do we think
it falls
something will
right in your
happen
lap.
with them? I was sensing that a little bit when
He was looking at
likewise,
him like
nice to
so
meet
hard
you.
in the bar.
So
I was like, keep your eyes to yourself.
I know that the showrunners have said that we do have this character who is gay and a demon hunter and a cowboy.
That narrows it down.
So I think it's this one. So I think it's safe to assume that it's Walker. Walker, the gay demon hunter, cowboy. And I assume this is going to be a triangular situation.
I feel that's coming too. I don't have a psychic connection to him, but I think we can guess what's gonna happen.
I don't know. It's not that I don't like Chewie, because I do. I like the idea. I like this concept of an angel with a demon.
Devil.
That's great.
Demon.
But I don't know how I feel about their relationship because I don't feel the passion between them. But maybe it's because they're an old married couple. You know?
Yes, they're a really
Right.
old married couple.
I
I mean, they still like each other. They have that little romantic picnic.
With the yoga and the running,
And they
more
live.
shirtlessness.
just it's the drama. We need the drama, and we
Yeah.
need more from them.
It also would be interesting because Walker is a demon hunter and Chewie's a demon.
I'd be so pissed if I was Chewie. The moment I found out this guy was in town, I'd be like, it's time to go, buddy.
Yeah.
Get off my man, don't kill me, please.
So he says he's a big admirer of Joe. So I wonder if he already knows the details of his relationship.
Excellent question.
He's a big fan. You'd think he'd know a serious relationship in his life. So who knows?
Maybe.
We might be coming to break that up. That's how some people are. They're like, ooh, I want your man.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you see what you like and you gotta go after it. Speaking of big fans, thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you for being here. Thank you to everyone who is live in the chat.
Yes.
I keep seeing Cherry giggle. I'm assuming you're all saying great things over there.
Cassandra Sellers, MA, says, wow, Kimmy, the season's going to be, as they say today, lit. Yes, girl, yes.
Do they say that?
The
once or
young
twice.
people do. The
I
youngins.
feel so old. My show is lit.
Yup.
We're lit. That's a thing. Yep. Thank you all so
Still
much
a
for
thing.
joining us. But we have a very special thank you message. I'm going to send it over to Hayley J.
Hey guys, our network produces after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows, from dramas, reality TV, of course, sci-fi, and more. there's really no network that works harder to serve you fans. But we do need your help, so please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. When you subscribe, YouTube will suggest the content that's going to be tailor-made for you, and you're going to help AfterBuzz continue to grow by doing that. If you're worried about notifications, like we all love, you can turn them off and on. They're optional. So subscribe to us for this channel. Check out our AfterBuzz YouTube channels also. Let us know you did in the comments. We would definitely appreciate your feedback. For now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you, everybody. We're also on iTunes and SoundCloud and Spotify. That's right. So in between your music, I was trying to think of what the kids listen to these
Your
days. I love
SoundCloud
it.
rappers.
Yeah. You can listen to this.
We're here for you.
Yep. And because fans are always telling us what they want us to cover, we're covering Midnight Texas. We came back for season 2. We're here. Let's jump into Manfred's demon cancer, because this was a big old mess.
It's the worst of its kind.
It was gross.
It was so gross. I was thinking that last year, what I was like trying to break down what was happening to Manfred, and I loved how fake Granny was like, "Oh, are you still recovering from your demon gangbang?"
I love her. I'm so happy she came back, by the way.
She's a delight.
I appreciate how he hallucinated her.
Yes.
Like, he saw her for who she was. Because when he was, like, looking through stuff, she was like, I'm going to put my pipe back together. That woman.
She might be my favorite character, to be
Yes.
honest. She might be my favorite.
I really enjoyed seeing her back. I also like that he put together her being in the house, because I totally didn't catch. He was like, wait a second, this house is inhospitable. And I went, oh yeah.
Well, you knew something was off when she was like, just kill Creek. Just do it. He's like, wait.
What?
I mean, I didn't necessarily think that was fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
I was like, that seems reasonable. All right, so he's sleepwalking, and when he's awake, he has these urges to kill his friends. Crazy.
And digs out 8
Casual.
caskets or ditches in the dirt in a really remote location. I was trying to figure out what the heck, his dream seems so real, and then when you see it in his nails and his nosebleed, I'm
Those
like,
little fingernails.
And his shoes were dirty.
Yeah.
You're all so perceptive. I'm sitting there going, what's going on with him? Why are we looking at his gross hands? This is disgusting. Did not put together that he was in the dirt.
When he finally started acting on his really hurting people, I wasn't sure if it was a dream yet. I'm like, okay, wake up. And then I realized it was real.
Yeah, there was definitely when he wakes up after the drunk tank, which, let's talk for a minute, what a genius plan that was. When he calls up and he's like, there's a naked drunk guy walking around. So smart. So smart.
I mean, that's a fun way to do it, experiment a little bit.
I'm definitely going to try that someday.
And they'll
Let
just
us
keep
know.
you in jail for 24 hours or 12 hours when
Yeah.
you're sober. That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
New place to stay.
Neil,
count me out.
I want to feel like the TV may have made it seem a little bit more fun than that experience actually.
Because he was lucky enough to be in an empty drunk tank.
Right.
Yeah.
It is a small town.
Yeah,
So.
that's true. But when he woke up after that, I was like, this is a dream now, because we know he's in the drunk tank. No, I was wrong.
He's back in the desert.
For those who haven't seen me on AfterBuzz, I'm usually wrong. Usually way wrong.
I'm really
Show
bad at
just
predicting.
keeps your mind constantly. You're not sure what's happening. I was just saying earlier, if you look away for 2 seconds, you're like, what happened? Like, you do need to focus in or you'll miss things.
It's really cool because they have a lot of just visual things that you have to really notice and pay attention. I love the way the show is very thoughtful and they just keep everything going. It's very tied together. It must be a hard show to work on and keep all these moving
Right. I
parts
wonder what
together.
those meetings are like. And I'm going to be honest, I'm going to call myself out. When you were just talking about the dirt and the fingernails, thought it was dried blood. I think everything else bleeding.
wow.
That's what I
I think it was.
Oh, I guess. Are you sure? Because now that makes sense if he's digging that it would
No,
be
I think
dirt.
it was both, but the black lining I think was coming out of just everywhere.
I just kept thinking those little hands were such a typical like little boy fingernails. I'm like, that is spot on. Of like, man's hand.
I was looking at it going, gross. Why gross? Like, what
ew,
is this?
get
Why
a
are we looking at
manicure.
it? Like, what an interesting thing to put the camera on at this moment. I loved when he taped the phone to his chest. I'll say this, though, as someone who has enjoyed The View, I was worried about the few chest hairs he had when he taped it on. And then when he took it off, I was like, you just waxed yourself,
It was
sir.
all red. Did you notice?
Yeah.
His chest was super red.
I wonder how many
I
times
was
they had to
studying
do
that for
shot.
research, and I happened to notice.
See, we're paying attention.
I happened to notice.
Well, in the chat, we had Billie Jean Girl 24 says, "Is it weird when Manfred did his evil smile? I found it so hot."
What?
It reminded me of the Joker, honestly, when he did that.
Girl.
Funny that you said that because I was reading his interview with Collider and he said that they were when they were prepping for this role, this part of his character, they wanted Jack Nicholls type, The Shining, I believe, but the Joker obviously would kind of make sense a little bit too. So
I kind of feel like that spoke to his acting skills because even his voice, he sounded different, and I thought that kind of expanded his range as an actor. I thought he did well with that. I
he
want
did
him
really
to
good.
be, swallowing demons more for us. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, no more swallowing demons.
no.
Hate it when that happens.
Okay, great. We all took it their side and have to. So Manfred turns out is the one who breaks into the pawn shop and stole a box of weapons.
Oh yeah, what? It's like a pirate now.
It took on my third viewing, the question that I kept asking was, there was so much shirtlessness and the magic sense I had to. Did he take a box that was full of weapons, or did he take a box and fill it with weapons from around the
He
store?
filled it with
The
weapons.
latter. I
Okay.
think.
So, like, that's weirder than he was like, oh, great, a box of weapons.
Yeah.
Is that he opened a box and went, oh, I need one of these.
Yes.
And I need one of those.
Just went shopping.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which explains more how they couldn't tell what was missing, because I feel like a box full of weapons, a box full of weapons is missing.
Yes. But grabbing things from the store, yes,
Yeah.
is a lot more difficult.
So he attacks Creek, puts her in the trunk, tells Olivia, we gotta go save Creek. Hilarious. I think that was so clever for, being a bad guy. What a clever move.
Yeah. And that
She
would
knew
be,
something was up.
Yeah, of course she does. She's badass.
Yeah, she's so
I wanna
cool.
be her a little bit.
Olivia is so funny.
I like
and
her.
Olivia doesn't really like Manfred all that much anyway. So, she was like, why are you calling me? You know I don't like you.
Yeah.
And the entire time she's looking at him like, yeah, I got something
Where's
for you. I got something. She came out ready like, boom. I wanted to see the scene where he overpowered her. I'm like, I don't think you could take Olivia.
I don't think so either.
Oh,
I really don't.
no way he could. But with a demon cancer?
Strength?
I don't know.
Ah.
Demon cancer strength? Is that a thing? Is it like opposite
is now.
cancer?
Demon
cancer?
adrenaline.
See, Midnight Texas, it is now.
Yeah. It's opposite of cancer. You get stronger.
And then die.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Interesting.
it's still
interesting they
cancer.
call it a cancer.
Yeah.
I like that it was demon cancer rather than another demon state, or, I like that there were side effects to what he did.
Yes.
Because otherwise, why did it matter that he took 3 demons? Or how many demons did he take?
I think 4 or
4
5.
5, yeah. There's a bunch.
We're losing
Sounds like
count
a
of the
lot.
demons.
Yeah.
Take a lot.
That sounds
He swallowed
exhausting.
that
And that was
He
another thing
did.
where Lem was
I
like,
guess.
there's going to be side effects.
Yeah.
So, and he didn't choose to have the blood, which thank God he didn't have Lem's blood, because I think demon cancer, I don't know, is demon cancer better than Lem knowing your every thought?
Well, someone should have known his thought. The fact that he didn't share anybody that was having all these dark thoughts, kind of on you, Manfred. Kind of on you.
He's learned his lesson.
I agree that it's on him. I get his point, though. I get his argument that I just got here and got them to trust me, and now to be like, also I keep having an urge to kill you.
Hey guys, it's not a big deal, but I'm just like, might kill you.
Right. That
Let's
said,
talk about it.
it's Midnight Texas. They're used to this, and they know that you just did this thing, so they wouldn't be surprised, because they weren't. They were like, yeah, because you saved us. That's what happened.
They were super chill
demons.
about it.
Yeah.
Super chill.
Props to the 8.
Even if he felt uncomfortable telling
correct?
everybody else, he really should have told Fiji, because Fiji's always understanding.
Right.
And she was like, well, let me see. Well, if you don't want me to tell anyone, I won't tell anyone. I'll just try to
That's
help you on
true.
my own.
I'd say by the second hole he dug, he would think, maybe I can't control this. I should get some help. But
Yeah.
no.
Once you know it wasn't dreaming, and you knew it was really happening.
Right.
I definitely thought that he put the phone on with the camera rolling, not that he tracked his steps.
Yeah.
Same.
I was,
And I was
I
like,
was wondering where he was going with that.
yeah, I was like, what kind of storage do you have? Because I know my phone's not
Right?
recording that all.
I knew for sure it wasn't an iPhone.
Out of,
'cause iPhone doesn't
out
have
of the
enough memory.
whole show, we're like, that's not realistic.
That was a I used to have a Samsung, but it has crazy amount of memory.
But he didn't even film it. That's the thing, is he just tracked his steps. I was like, then put it in your pocket.
Gotta
What?
get those calorie counts in.
Yeah.
You're wearing jeans. Put it in your
But
pocket.
we wanted the
Pants go
shirtless scene.
No, he
Don't
can
you-
still not wear a shirt. No one said he had to keep his shirt on
That is so true. Like, why tape it to your chest when you can just put it in your pocket?
because he didn't turn the camera.
How do we know he's not taking his clothes off?
He was, though, every time, right? He always had his pants off and his
But that's
boxers
because he was sleeping.
Yeah.
He was going to bed, right? So we went to bed in his boxers, then he got up and did stuff. That's why he wasn't wearing clothes.
Does everybody sleep in just their boxers? I'm confused about that.
I mean, he clearly does, and we don't mind. Am I wrong?
No.
Man, the idea of
cool.
sleepwalking is crazy enough to me. I don't know if you guys have experienced it, but to find out you're doing crazy, creepy things in your sleep can't even imagine.
Ask Roseanne.
I just know that if I thought I was sleepwalking, I'd make sure I was wearing clothing when I went to bed.
That's being a woman. We know we have to protect these goods.
And he sleepwalks and puts on his boots, which I find very interesting.
That's true.
Because I was like, huh. And you put them in the kitchen. You don't take your shoes off at the door. Don't track the germs all the way through the house.
He doesn't know there's mud.
No, he actually, in the same interview with Collider, was saying that was like a creative choice to show how deliberate this kind of demonic cancer was. Like, oh, I don't really need clothes, but it would be better if I had some boots. I was like, okay, I'll go with it.
I really wonder what that conversation was like on set. They were like, yeah, so you're going to be in your boxers, but I should wear boots. Work boots specifically.
Let's not be crazy, guys.
Yeah. All right, so the team tries to help him eventually and can't. So the Rev gets Kai. Before we talk about Kai and the Crystal Desert Hotel, I want to quickly talk about Creek and what's going on with her. Because she wants more out of life. She doesn't want to just be some girl at midnight.
She's over it.
Yeah.
Which
She's over it.
is
She's over
reasonable.
Manfred.
It is. Think about everything that she's gone through and has no supernatural abilities. That A, would suck. B, it's like wouldn't make putting your life at risk every second, and the guy you love has a few times been pretty dangerous around her.
That's true.
Side note.
Also, she's in the town where her brother died, and she can keep
crazy
dying.
brother.
Yeah, so maybe leave town. Maybe.
Yeah.
But she also wants more from life, which I think is wonderful.
Right.
And really a nice development for that character.
Working at the same diner.
Yeah. But so she wants to go to Austin. She wants Manfred to come with her until after he's healed, when she goes, nah, screw it.
You tried to
No,
kill me
actually.
Yeah.
again.
But home is where you are, as like I said in the beginning, and we'll repeat again
I'm so
at the end of the episode.
sad.
But it was home is where you are. After she went, will you come with me? And he went, to Austin? To home is where you are.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Creek's leaving town.
Yes.
We'll have more on that in just a bit. Let's talk about the Crystal Desert Hotel. So Kai and Patience are our new characters in addition to Walker. And they have this hotel. Olivia does not trust them. Olivia's a smart cookie.
Yes.
Smartest person in midnight. The website just went up. I am that person who's like, they haven't tweeted in years. This is not real.
That's not. Yes. It's a scam. Scam.
Yeah. I love how they threw in this kind of hipster and then gentrification of witch culture and had and Fiji's this is my thing. I sell the quartz. Love
true.
that. And it's really funny because I feel like in society that is kind of happening.
Yes.
And I don't trust them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the markup on the crystals. Fiji was like, it's like, Fiji, you need to raise your prices.
Seriously. I think what she should do is let everyone know where to find her.
Yeah.
Like, great, they're ripping people off. You have clientele now.
You need to rip people off who can't afford the bougie people.
Yeah, raise your prices, just be lower than theirs. You're good to go.
Right.
Girl, come on. Thought you run a business here. Yes. So,
Ask Bobo.
yeah. Yeah!
Bobo's runs a business for years.
I know, you can help his girl out and give her some advice.
Girl out.
Seriously. Pawn Shop and Crystal
Oh my God.
Perfect.
in the cartoon saloon. It's midnight. All
Perfect
right.
life.
Hey, people are drunk. They'll buy anything when they're drunk.
That's,
true. Have you ever gone grocery shopping tipsy? Just saying. 7 things you already own. So I've heard.
All right. So when we walk into the Crystal Desert Hotel for the grand opening, the Rev feels an energy here, which I think is interesting because he's a religious man, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's usually right. He felt like the veil between hell and earth kind of cracking before. So I'm like, he has to be onto something, but could it be kind of hoaxed into this good feeling, but it's actually bad? I just think it's too weird.
See, I wonder if Kai has any control over those senses.
Yeah, Kai freaks me out.
I think he can feel power for them, but since they seem pleasant, I think he's assuming they're good. But when Olivia saw them talking to that painting, and the painting doesn't even look like his wife, so like, who the hell are you talking to? That's not your wife. Is that your previous wife? And why are you talking about painting? Are you
Excellent questions.
cray-cray?
Questions. Good ones.
And just so fondly looking at it, like up close.
Like, I love you so much, painting.
Right.
I'm glad
I'll
Olivia
make
saw
sense
that.
to you.
Who is she?
Olivia looked at him like, what the heck?
Yeah.
But then it kind of seems like Olivia trusts him now.
No, she doesn't.
No.
At the
Olivia's
end.
pretending.
I hope
Olivia's
so.
like, mhm,
I hope our
yeah.
girl's smarter than that.
I think
We
she
need
trusts him.
To have cured?
Yeah, she trusts that he did what he did. I don't think she's going to call him for help.
hope
She
not.
trusts that he has real abilities and it's not a hoax like what they thought the whole hotel was, but someone with that much deep of daddy issues is not going to trust you lightly.
No.
Good point.
Speaking of his abilities, we all agree that the wheelchair guy was a plant, right? That was not a real guy.
I
That
think
was a
he
plant.
was a real guy. I think it was all part of their skit. I think he really couldn't walk, and they told him to come.
I was like, he can go to her wedding now. It's so
Yeah,
sweet.
so
I'm like,
sweet.
wait.
I like the way the wife
I
was
don't
like,
know.
he hasn't paid for nothing, so no. No.
That was
Book an
great.
appointment, guys.
You need to make an appointment.
That's kind of how you know when things are not legit, when they're all about the money.
Yep.
Looking at the time.
That's why I think that it was he was a plant, is because she was like, "Sir, this is not the time," and Kai was like, "No, I've got to help people." I was like, "This is the scam, guys."
And even Olivia, she's like, you guys know that was fake. Come on.
Yeah. And then we end up seeing a demon head in his closet behind the painting, and he says, "I will avenge you." Big twist.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, like a very creepy demon head.
You did not like it.
No, I did not like it. I'm like, of all things you're praying to right now, this is creepy.
It's like add a pig twist to
yeah,
it.
a little pig
Way to
twist.
stay on brand
It
though.
kind of looked like a vampire head or something. It wasn't the demon from last season that they killed. I'm not sure who it was.
I don't think it's someone we've met before.
Me too.
Someone new.
But like
new.
someone that one of the characters is connected to somehow, perhaps.
Ooh.
Some twist to midnight why they're avenging
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because why
Right,
would they
yeah.
move to the middle of nowhere? Who really wants to move to midnight?
What they call it, this
The ley lines.
Right, sure. I have lots of theories. I'm sure you all do too, and we'll get to that in predictions. But before we do, let's talk about our favorite couple or couple moment of the week. Yeah. I know that there are some great couple moments this week, some great couples. Does anyone want to share their favorite or the best couple of the week?
Y'all already know who I'm talking about.
yeah.
Is it the magic sex?
It is a magic sets. I want some magic sets.
Heard it here first, people. I think just because I love that spooky, cool, creepy dynamic of Olivia and Lem, I just love when he pops out of his coffin. She's like, "Hey, babe." I'm like, that's not something I thought I wanted in my life, but maybe. So
Those
I
were
like
both
them.
of my favorite ones. Since I really talked about the magic sex so much, obviously that's my favorite, but that scene with Lem and Olivia was, I forgot they had got married right at the end of the season, so when I saw like
You
her
literally
ring.
just binged this
I
last
know.
week.
I get reinvested into each episode and like nothing else matters. So when she was like, "Hey, hubby," or whatever she said, I was like, "Oh, me like."
I wonder if other people were the same way with kind of just forgetting that happened, because that was very strategic. She's like, call them wife, husband. So don't forget, guys, they're married now.
Interesting. I'm tied between the two of them. I really like both of those.
Yeah.
So basically, we all want magic sex with a vampire.
Yeah.
Is that what we're getting at?
I'm more Fiji Bobo. But I've met Bobo in real life. So
That always helps.
in the chat,
Yes.
Billie Jean Girl 24 says, everyone wants magic sets. Yes, girl.
Yep.
Cassandra Sellers, MA, says, everyone in Midnight is bad. Kai faking us out with his peaceful demeanor. Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
And Billie Jean says her favorite couple is Olivia and Lemuel. So she's on your team. Betrayal.
Well, let's, before we get into predictions, let's hit the news button.
News and gossip.
Boom.
AfterBuzz TV News.
So before I throw it to Cherry, for people who may not know, it was announced in like February that Creek and Rev will not be series regulars this season. We may have seen the last of Creek. She kind of left, so but I know that she's open to coming back for guest stars, and I would assume, based on zero information that I know, that we're gonna see Rev here and there, but that he's just not a regular because he's busy, and we'll hear where.
Well, my news and gossip is slightly Halloween-ish. If you're looking for a cool Halloween movie, on Netflix you can see Scorpion King Book of Souls. It's starring Peter Mensch as Neb Sarek, or our vampire lover. And then Yul Vasquez is playing Billis in I Am the Night with Chris Pine, the new miniseries that's coming up, hopefully sometime either later this year or early 2019 on TNT.
Yeah, that miniseries looks amazing.
Chris Pine looks amazing.
Also,
Yeah, I might tune in for that one.
the miniseries by itself also looks great, but Chris Pine just really sweetens that pot. Let's head into predictions then. Sound. There it is. I look silly if I just pause.
Your AfterBuzz TV prediction.
So before we do predictions, let me tell you what was in the promo.
Tell us, girl.
So it said this season on Midnight Texas, changes are coming to Midnight. We have Joe talking to Manfred, and he says, "Are you worried about Kai's intentions?" Manfred says he's up to something. Fiji says to Manfred, "My family is cursed." And then she says, "As long as Bobo loves me, he's going to die." What? Then we see Patience and Manfred get it on. Heck yeah.
What?
We have vampires again, which is wonderful, but we see that Kai takes the vampire out of the woman. She is no longer vampire, and then we hear that he can make supernaturals humans again. That is what is happening this season. Any predictions about that or anything else? We'll start with you, Cherry.
I have a couple predictions. I think that Walker is going to sow some trouble between Joe Strong and Chewie Strong.
Absolutely.
And that the Kai Lucero and Patience, gentrifiers personified, are going to cause lots of trouble in town. Kai is out for blood. I don't know who he doesn't like, but I'm kind of thinking it's Lemuel is the one that is on his hit list.
You think he's going after Lem? Excellent. Hayley J?
That is my point exactly with Lem. I think right now we see him as the protector. He's kind of always there to save the day. So the fact that he might lose his powers now, I think we might be in trouble here.
All right.
Well, mine is kind of tied into this article I read with from Hollywood Life, and they were saying the cast was being interviewed, and they said this season every character has so many layers. You really get to learn more about their backstories, more about the decisions they are making with these newcomers, and really what they would do for one another when you're dealing with heaven and hell. Our episodes 7 to 9 are so intense. I feel like the characters you never thought you'd see cry. Characters you never thought you'd see turn evil. It's quite a tornado, and I'm excited for people to see it.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Oh man. Prediction wise, I could definitely see Kai going after Lem, especially because the promo was so like vampire heavy, and the idea that he could take away their power, and that maybe Olivia would want that. Right? Like maybe she'd be like, be human with me. Maybe. So I like that one. I definitely worry about Bobo and Fiji because I want them to stay together forever.
No, it's almost like too good to be true.
I know. I mean, the only way I'm okay with them breaking up is if I come to town and we become this beautiful polyamorous relationship. Thank you. Those are my predictions. I also predict that we're not going to have a lot of Chewie.
Oh, yeah.
I predict that he's on his way out.
I hope not, but
Let
yes.
me sip this tea on that.
In the chat,
Yes.
Renji90998. Hey, Renji, I see you all the time. Until we know more about Kai, I'm going to be with him being a sin eater.
Ooh.
Sin eater.
Creepy.
Love that theory. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you to my lovely panel. Midnight Texas is here all season long. But until next week when we return, Cherry, where can everyone keep up with you?
You can keep up with me, Cherry_LA on Twitter and Instagram.
Wonderful.
I'm at HeyJ, HAYJ_.
Yay.
I'm Steph Sabraw. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Steph Sabraw.
I'm Yael Tygiel. I'm everywhere at Yael Tygiel. That's YAELTYGIEL. And I'm here on Thursdays for the Law & Order Special Victims Unit After Show because it's the greatest show of all time. We'll see you next week.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.